What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, actually, y'all, please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Brahma Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, we got some news in the video game sphere, man. In the video game universe, if you will, man. Talking about one Square Enix. You know Square Enix, you know those people that helped make or did make the failed Marvel's Avengers game that everyone hated, and rightfully so. The makers of Tomb Raider and other games, etc. Right? Per IGN and Final Fantasy out there, for the Final Fantasy fans out there, I didn't forget about y'all. I let y'all think I did, but I didn't forget about y'all. Much respect to y'all too. We love y'all too, right? But Square Enix has had a bit of a revelation. What do I mean by that? Allow me to explain per IGN. Shout out to IGN for coming through clutch for Rage King on a very, very, very common basis. Article here reads, Square Enix reportedly overhauling how it makes its games. Time for a rebirth. Now, we got an article here we're going to read, we're going to react, and I'm going to give my thoughts along the way. So without further ado, let's get into it. Square Enix is reportedly set to significantly overhaul how it makes games following flat sales despite the release of a mainline Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy is easily one of the most popular games in the gaming world. Even if you don't mess with Final Fantasy, you've at least heard about it. It's that big. Pause, by the way. According to Bloomberg, Square Enix director and president Takahashi I know I'm gonna fuck this name up. Ciryu, my bad, I can't pronounce it, my bad, told analysts this week that the company's new structure will be announced by spring 2024 and put in place in time for the start of April, and aims to improve the quality of the company's games. In its financial results for the 9 months ending December 2023, Square Enix's sales were essentially flat, with sales from its digital entertainment business actually down 4.7%. This is a somewhat surprising result given the release of Final Fantasy XVI in June. The PlayStation 5 exclusive sold 3 million copies during launch week. Damn, first week 3 million. Damn, went platinum first week. Went platinum 3 times first week. I don't even know if they still use them terms or not. But anyway, a figure that sparked a debate online whether it had met Square Enix's sales targets. The publisher told IGN in July 2023 that sales of Final Fantasy XVI were extremely strong and insisted the game had sold well relative to the PlayStation 5 install base. I don't give a damn who you are, bro. 3 million copies sold in a week. That's wild. That's doing damn good. In a week, that's damn good. Specifically in that genre. That is damn good if you ask me. At the time, IGN sources familiar with the performance of Final Fantasy XVI confirmed sales had slowed considerably since launch, but that the game was not yet considered a disaster. Imagine selling 3 million copies in a week and the game is still considered a disaster. And the sales of the game is considered a disaster. That's wild. That's wild work right there. Square Enix then announced Final Fantasy XVI would get 2 paid DLC expansions in September 2023 and confirmed a PC port was officially in development. The first of these DLCs is out now, with the second due out in spring 2024. Square Enix said that falling sales and profits at the digital entertainment business were due in part to declines in MMO Final Fantasy XIV and mobile and PC browser game sales, as well as increased development costs and advertising spent. No mention was made of Final Fantasy XVI sales performance. Last month, Final Fantasy XVI producer Naoki Yoshida said it might be time for a younger generation to lead the franchise and helm of Final Fantasy XVII. In the shorter term, there is clear pressure on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to do the business for Square Enix. It launches at the end of February, and that is the end of the article. I want to go back and reread this particular line right here. When it says, last month, Final Fantasy XVI producer Naoki Yoshida said it might be time for a younger generation to lead the franchise and helm of Final Fantasy XVII. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's probably the realest shit I've heard a developer say ever. Ever. I'm talking about in over a decade, right? Because it's too many times. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but have you seen, and I know I'm gonna catch some heat for this, but have you seen the people that are actually not only running this country, but have you seen the people that you gotta answer to? It's just a bunch of old fucking farts who can't even remember what the hell they had for breakfast that morning, but they trying to tell you how to live your life. You understand what I'm saying? And I have so much respect for Naoki Yoshida because he admitted something that a lot of people don't want to admit. In the gaming industry in particular, especially right now with the microtransactions being the way they are and how careless and reckless some of these games are being released at. And yes, I'm using careless and reckless because that's exactly how these games are being released. No polish, no care, no sense of wonder. It's just do a turn on and can we put microtransactions in it? That's all we want to do. And that's crap. That's that old head mentality that is slowly killing gaming. And also, pay attention. CEO of PlayStation Jim Ryan just retired. Bobby Kotick for Activision, even though they forced him out, he's now gone. I think now is the time for not only just Square Enix, but for a lot of game companies, if not all of them, that have old heads at the helm still making all they. I think it's time that we get these old heads the fuck up out of here. Yeah, I said it. I'm sorry. Not saying that you just got to, just not exist at all, but bruh, there is a time and a place for everything. You had your time at the places that you are. It's time to step away. Bro, the one thing you will never want to be remembered as you get older, for those that are blessed enough to get older, the one thing you don't want to be remembered as or associated with is being the old head that don't know when to stop. Look at the basketball, look at the athletes that stay on too long, the boxers that stay too long, the basketball players, the football players that stay too long, and they wonder and they trying to hold on to the glory years, brother. Your glory years are not here anymore. Your time has passed. It's time for you to go. And I don't think this just applies to Square. This applies to a lot. Every AAA development company of video games needs to follow suit. And I think it's time that we have a younger generation to come in there and fix all the wrongs and the fuck ups that the older generation made and they want to blame us for it. But that's just my opinion. That's my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Goodbye.